What was needed to revive them was not another book, but a perfect exemplar. The one who would have communion with Allah, who would have spiritual contact with Allah, who would have that special quality to revive people from the dead, spiritually dead, I mean. This exactly is the attitude of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah regarding to the future of Islam in answer to the question which was raised about this verse which I have quoted. The prophecy is in the Quran. Explanation of the prophecy is by Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah. The explanation is found in the most authentic book of all the traditions, that is Bukhari Sharif. What better or stronger evidence would you require to find that Hazrat Masih Maud's advent or the Imam Mahdi's advent, or if they don't accept him as that, at least they must agree, all the other Muslims, that the advent of a future promised reformer is mentioned in this verse of the Holy Quran. See? Now the question of who it would be is also resolved in such a beautiful way. As I told you earlier, all the rest in the company were Arabs. So if an Arab was to be chosen by God for representation of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah in the future days, then there were no dearth of Arab shoulders there. But the only shoulder Muhammad Rasulullah chose to put his hand on was a non-Arab shoulder. Some Shiites particularly object to this by pointing out, although this is a very strong hadith, which is also accepted by Shia books, but they have at least one objection against this. They say, all right, if this is true, then why do we find mentioned in hadith that the Imam Mahdi would be from the progeny of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah and from the children of Fatima? And as such, he would be Ahle Bayt. So how would you resolve this issue? Now this is a question which is very valid and it has to be answered. Don't you agree? Okay. Now the word or the term Ahle Bayt is a controversial term. Most Sunnis believe that Ahle Bayt means not only the blood relations or the direct progeny through blood of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah, but also, or perhaps preferably, all the people to whom he addressed himself, who became his spiritual progeny, who accepted him with such sincerity and with such totality that they should be counted as Ahle Bayt. So there are spiritual Ahle Bayts and the literal Ahle Bayts, and the fight goes on between the two as to what is meant by Ahle Bayt. In this context, fortunately for us, the issue is decided by Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself. No controversy is left thereafter. You see, once during the time of the Battle of the Ditch, which is called the English name of Jang-e-Ahzab, is Battle of the Ditch, the Battle of Ahzab. During that period, the question that Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself required the people to stand in their family orders. Everyone who belonged to a certain family should stand in line with that family. Salman Farsi has no relative. So out of courtesy, he could have been called to join his family or somebody else's family. But that is not all that was done by Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah. He beckoned him to come and stand in line with his own direct progeny. And the words he used were, Salmanu minna, Ahl al-Bayt. It's not just an expression of courtesy. He said, Salman is ours. He is Ahl Bayt. So the issue of Ahl Bayt is resolved by Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself in relation to the only person whom he chose to represent as as belonging to the people from among whom the Mahdi would be raised. So all this is well connected, isn't it? So it's not just wishful thinking on our part. We have very strong, positive evidence from the Quran and the Sunnah that when we declare that the Holy Quran mentions the advent of Masih Maud or Imam Mahdi, it is not imaginary, this is real. Right? Thank you.